Are your people burned out and fried and you're not quite sure what to do to be able to support them? Well, in this video, let me give you a couple ideas and some places to start. Now, one of the first things that we as leaders and as organizations need to come to terms with is we may be the cause of the burnout. Hey, can you take on this? Can you take on this? Can you also do this? Why can't you handle this? I don't understand what's going on. Oh, we brought in consultants and we're doing a change thing. And we wonder why our people are dropping the ball sometimes. We wonder why they're fried when we've got a fire hose in their mouth of tasks. And we have so many meetings that they don't have time to do their actual work. And they got to work at night to be able to catch up with all the things that they can't get done during the day. And we wonder why they're fried. And so one of the first places we need to start is we need to take a critical look if we are the ones that are actually causing the problem. Is it our systems? Is it our structure? Is it our lack of staffing? Because it doesn't matter how many lunch and learns we have, how many meditation sessions, how many tools and resources we give to our people. If we keep that fire hose directly pointed in their mouth, they're going to drown. And so the first place we probably should start is by sitting down and having a conversation. And that conversation may look something like this. Hey, I'm noticing that everybody is really burned out and fried right now. And I want to ask, what is it that you see is most contributing to your state of burnout right now? With the understanding that it may be me and it may be the organization, but I need to understand that so we can begin to shift it. Pause. Now, of course, that's much easier to say in a video when I'm not face to face with a bunch of burnout employees whose fuses are about this long. And you know, by asking that question and owning that you may be part of it, that you're opening up the floodgates to all the emotions and frustrations that those folks have had. And that can be terrifying to do. I get it. I've been in conversations both as a manager and facilitating cross-border dialogue programs between Israelis and Palestinians, people in the UN, and between teams that have been in silos and haven't been talking for years. It was my job to open up those conversations. And when you do, it can be scary. But what I've learned is that when we ask those questions and we ask them from a place that it may be our fault or we may take ownership in what's going on, then what happens is people are going to express those frustrations. And inside those frustrations, inside those emotions, inside that emotional release that somebody asked me is many times one of the things that allows us to begin to address the actual burnout. Somebody cared enough to ask, to learn what's going on for me, to acknowledge the fact that we are throwing ball after ball at them. And that's where the conversation begins to turn. And we can find out, is it us? Is it the way we're communicating? Is it some system within our organization? Or is it something that's going on in this person's personal life that you don't have the ability to address, but the fact that you asked and you understand that they also have that going on signals to them that you care. And once we find out what are those core causes, because it's rarely one thing, then we can start to be able to work with each other to be able to address them. And when we do, that is part of addressing the burnout in the first place. Now, after that conversation, make sure you commit to follow-up actions. If you say you're going to stop having meetings on Monday before noon and Friday afternoon, then block it out on your calendars and carve out that time for folks. If you say that you're going to check in with people in 1 week, put a note in your calendar to remind you to check in and then do that. If you say you're going to have a conversation with another department about the breakdowns in communication and find ways to address it, then tell people what your next steps are going to be and do that. If somebody tells you about something that's going on in their personal life, then follow up on the side and ask them about it 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks from now to see if they're making progress on it. Because when we show people that it wasn't just about that one-off conversation, but it was about making an actual change to our environment, to our communication, to our teams, or to signal to people that we care, that's when that they see the environment is changing. They gain hope again, and they realize that maybe this is a place that I want to stay. So what do you see are the primary causes of burnout on your team and in your organization? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Once again, I'm Chris Littlefield from Beyond Thank You. If you found this video helpful and you're watching on YouTube, please hit like and subscribe and share at least one other person who you know make a difference for. And together, let's build cultures where people feel taken care of and valued every single day. Take care.